All right, fam, welcome back. None of this Melon Economic News. We're gonna go and let's get it started for today, the 25th of October. All right, this is about a couple hours before the markets open. So let's go and get it started. We see across the board, everything is looking up and up, except for the Russell 2000. She's down about a good point, about a good one full 1 point, about 0.04%. All right, so that's across the board, looking good, except for the Russell 2000s. All right. You see, look at the CMC. Let's look at the from some other markets. Look at the FTSE 100 is up. The Nikkei 225 is down. All right. And you see, look at the Bitcoin. Let's take a look at some cryptocurrency here. The Bitcoin is up 63,000. Is up 2,000. Almost 2,500 and change. All right. And then you see CMC crypto is about just under just a little bit down under $50. All right. So let's get into that 10-year bond. Look at that 10-year bond. Pay attention to that one at 1.6550. You got the VIX is up as well, just up under if you just almost under a point, full point. Then you got foreign currencies here. You got GBP to the US dollars running up just a little bit up. Then you got the US dollar to the Japanese yen as well up as well too. All right, so that was some look at some of the financial news aspects. That was from yahoofinance.com. You switch over to Kitco.com, take a look at some of these precious metals. We see the New York spot price is closed, but go down, switch down, take care of the world price. We see gold is old. I actually switched it over because I wanted you to see a little bit what's going on in the world when how they price it in the outside the US. All right, see, look at the Chinese. This is the renminbi, how they price it in renminbi. All right, they're asking for 11,508 and 0.50 renminbi. All right, well, let's switch on over to the US here. All right, you see gold is making a comeback here. Gold has reached a little bit over, it's over $1,800 now per ounce. We see across the board, silver's up, platinum is up. No, platinum is unchanged a little bit. You see palladium is up, and rhodium is up, but it seems unchanged though when they start trading rhodium. All right, rhodium is coming, taking a taking a little bit of a bounce after dropping down from almost 30,000 per ounce. All right, so that was from Kitco.com. Keiko.com. Go and look at that one. All right. So let's get into actual news articles here. All right. So you see here retailers lining stores with props to high supply shortages. The big major supply shortages on the big East Coast and West Coast ports. Nothing is getting in to these ports. So when they're having supply issues in most of store chains. I was recently at one of let's just say a grocery store, and where they would have normally the all the sausages at, they'd actually scooted that down and they started packing beer in that sections. That lets you know about the meat. The meat shortages is already here. All right. You can still get some items as well too, but most of the meat shortages are coming up. Here I am on the East Coast. All right, so if it's hitting here, and you need to get ready because it's most likely this is probably one of the last places to hit. But then they've also started seeing shortages everywhere on the West Coast, and even what so-called people flyover country, which I call the backbone of the country, the middle part. All right, so that's what they're doing. But go ahead and get this article from zerohedge.com. Get that article, all right? And if you can, leave a like, leave a comment in the section if you notice something is going on with your grocery stores or some of the other small mom and pops going on. All right, leave a comment in the section for that. Thank you. All right, and then we get over here to continue along with that story here. This is from the epochtimes.com. All right, the epochtimes.com. All right, and let's go along with the first category: record number of container ships have weighed off ports of Long Beach, Los Angeles. Executive say not just Los Angeles, but it's New York as well too. All right, some of the East Coast ports. All right, a little small article here. All right, they want me to continue here, but go ahead and get this article here. If you got the rest of this article, just wanted to bring it to you about not just record number of ports, but you know that it's not just hidden California ports. It's just, across the board. Most major entry ports, the shipping is delayed. Shipping is majorly delayed on all ports. They can't come in. The ships who import, they can't offload any of their issues, their cargo. And if those to make matters even worse, we're hearing unconfirmed stories that basically in reports that those trucks who are able to get a load, those loads are not being driven to the market. They're being put in the warehouses. All right. So go and get this article here from the epochtimes.com. All right, epochtimes.com. All right, then we switch over to a little bit overseas. Over here, we see most, as we've been reporting on the record numbers of nations and central banks buying up gold. Siberia vows to boost gold reserves as China's zinc mines open. All right, so they're getting into gold. They're planning on buying as much as gold. All right. Siberia plans to boost its gold reserve from an already high of 37 tons to prepare for challenges such as energy crisis, rallying Europe. President, I don't want to say his name because I don't want to butcher it. All right. The Central Bank of Siberia governor, a close ally of, also attended the event and said in August that the reserves may reach 50 tons. All right, so they got 37 tons right now. They're trying to get up to 50 tons. All right. So with that being said, you need to realize that we all need to come together and realize that the central banks, not only central banks, but governments around the world are being hoarding gold. All right, they're trying to get their hands on as much as possible. Have you? Let's take a look at most articles here. We can go back over to this article right here. We're gonna go back and look at something. We're gonna compare. All right, look at gold right here. Gold is being set down with all these central banks. We went back to Kiko.com with all the central banks switching over to the world. All right, with all the central banks and all the governments in the world now buying gold left and right, why hasn't that driven up demand price? All right, this shouldn't be $1,800 an ounce or asking price 1,801 an ounce. That should be skyrocketing record highs for the amount of gold prices. Something's going on to where they're being allowed to buy gold and all the precious metals on the dirt cheap before they really crash everything and force the price to what it should be. All right, which is skyrocketing price. Right, get back to the article here, okay? All right, so go ahead and get that article. Go ahead and get this article from Bloomberg.com, BBN Bloomberg .ca. Sorry about that. That is BBN Bloomberg.ca. All right, Siberia vows to buy gold. All right, more gold. All right, so not just we hear about China, Russia, and everybody else. Siberia is trying to get gold too. You don't hear too much about Siberia. All right, but if you pay attention to what's going on overseas, Siberia is a major country on its own, and they're buying gold as well too. All right, and then for our last story for this session, all right, Russia gold foreign currency reserves rise by almost 5 billion in 1 week. All right, so like I said again, we report on the story that overseas they're buying gold left and right. We just heard about Siberia. If you look at most maps, Siberia is north of Russia, and they're buying gold in Russia, and their counterparts in Russia are buying as well too. All right, the Russian foreign exchange holdings grew by 0.8% over the week of October 15th, reaching 620.3 billion, according to the latest data from the central bank. Russia holds the world's fifth largest forex reserves. All right, foreign exchange reserves. All right, but just because they're holding currency which is fiat cash. All right, that don't mean that they're not putting out numbers. Most countries don't put out their actual numbers, how much gold, how much in reserve or precious metals they have. They just throw out a number, but they keep their real numbers really secret and off the books. They have another book that they bring it on to. All right. So with that being said, we got issues. We got retailers here trying to hide the food, trying to hide the shortages of everything. We got record numbers of container ships can't get import. Some of them are imported, they can't get the stuff offloaded, and those who can, they're driving their trucks to the warehouses, not even sending it to market. All right, we got overseas going on with Siberia and Russia getting gold left and right. Things are gonna get crazy. All right. So with that being said, I want to thank you for joining us in another Smelling Gamma News. Be safe, be sound, and as we always say, everything starts local. All right, you're your own best financier, you're your own best banker, you're your own best credit union, and you are your own best savings and loans. Get it together with your neighbors get together, communities with each other, other communities. All right, with that being said, I want to thank you for joining us in another Just Gamma News. Let's get it started.